What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm the girl, Lady T. And tonight we are talking love and hip hop New York, y'all. So let's get into it. Y'all, first of all, this episode, I don't know. It was, to me, more like a filler episode. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like your standard filler episode where you be like, it's boring as hell. But it was a little lackluster. I'm looking forward to next week when, Tara and Amina start comparing notes. I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, y'all, like I said, let's get into it. So the episode kicks off with Yandy and Mendeecees. Yandy claims that, last night Mendeecees came home trying to tell me all the drama that happened with, his mother and Samantha and her mother. And, now I'm going to meet him at the furniture store and so we can talk about it. And I'm like, don't y'all live together? Why can't y'all get up in the morning, sit down, have breakfast, and talk about what happened? But y'all meet up at a furniture store to talk about what popped off. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so they meet up, and basically Mendeecees tells her what happened, about her mama threw a drink on Samantha mama, after Samantha asked his mama how old she was. She felt disrespected and she threw the drink. He said, I think she was trying to really throw it at Samantha, but, it wound up getting thrown on Kim. So anyway, Yandy is just basically like, look, y'all can't be doing this. At the end of the day, y'all need to be trying to figure out what's best for little Mendeecees. So y'all need to get it together, and I'm going to go talk to them and get this together. I just feel bad that Yandy always got to play super save him. And I go in for Yandy, but it's just really sad that she got to be super save him when it comes to this situation about these ratchet baby mamas. And then, these people that's older than her, i.e. his mama and Samantha's mama, they just as bad. I'm like, wow. Anyway, so after that, we get Rich, Mendeecees, Cisco, and Chink. They at the strip club, y'all. And let me tell you, this stripper that was in front of them, she was working I'm like, girl, you doing way too much. When I say y'all, this girl was just going in, she was working her hardest. Oh, the people from Love and Hip Hop are in here. They got some money. Let me work it hard. She was popping that thing like her life depended on it. I'm telling you, she was popping that ass like her life depended on it. And I was just not here for it. She was just doing way too much. But anyway, so they sitting up there talking, basically just telling each other what's going on. Rich is telling them that, he is about to hook up and help Johnny Blaze get her music out there. He tells them, how he hooked up with her and how she'll look crazy. But they sat down and they're going to try to find a way to work together. And, Mendeecees telling them about his baby mama drama, how his mama acted a fool, and how, his baby mama got into a fight with his mama. And, Cisco talking about his situation with Chrissy. And, Chink, I'm sorry, y'all, not Cisco. Cisco is basically talking about, his situation with Diamond, about how she dated another nigga. And Chink is talking about, his situation with Chrissy. He can't believe, basically, she tried to trap him with a baby. So anyway, that's all I was at. They was just having a little bromance moment or whatever. And then, y'all, we get Peter and Amina. They are meeting up with Tara and the kids so that Amina can meet up with the kids. This is her first time meeting them. And before they get there, Amina asks Peter, okay, so what are the kids gonna know me as? Huh, do I got something on my face? Oh, yes, I do. Excuse me, y'all. Anyway, so she asked him, who do they know me as? And he ain't say nothing. She was like, so basically, I'm their sister's mother. He was like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, nigga, you are full of shit. Like, you can't come clean about nothing. And it's really ridiculous. So they get there, and it's just the whole setup is just so weird. The kids get there. They sweet kids, but they just don't know how to react. They see this little baby, and they like, come meet your sister. And they looking at her like, she cute, but who is she? I don't know her. And, Tara, she holds the baby for a minute. And it's just all really weird. And it's weird because Peter has not stepped up and been a man and just said what it is. He has not set anybody down and been honest. And he never will because he's a freaking liar and an asshole. Anyway, so then after that, Yandy meets up with Kim to discuss, what happened. Basically, Kim tells Yandy, like, look, she disrespect, what is that? Oh, yeah, Judy disrespected me when, she threw that drink in my face. And, yeah, I was about to go in on her. I was about to beat that ass. And we good though. I'm cool now. I just want her to pay for my suit. And Yandy, she just started cracking up like, for real, you about to really go there about this suit? And she was like, yeah, I want to pay for my suit and then we can all be good. So tell her, yeah, I want to see her. So anyway, after that, we got Sin and Precious Paris. Sin is getting ready for this new event that she's getting ready to gear up for, is to promote suicide awareness. And, they're at a venue. And Sin and Precious Paris talk about Rich. Precious is telling Sin that, she feels neglected. She likes Rich and all, and she think that they could work well together, but he's neglecting her. She ain't been really in the studio. She ain't been booking no shows, nothing. So she just feel like she had to stand still. And basically, Sin's telling her that's something y'all really got to talk about. Because, if you feel like y'all a good team, y'all need to have more communication. I was proud of Sin she didn't throw Rich under the bus. She didn't be like, well, that's the same thing he did with Erica. Or, she didn't throw all that in there. So that was cool. And then, we got Erica. She meet up with her friend. And basically, she just telling her friend that she's been confined to somebody. And the guy, her friend got to know, is it a male? Or are you still, kicking it with the chicks? And she was like, no, it's definitely a male. And, she tells him that she's, dating Shad Moss, a.k.a. Bow Wow. They've been friends for years. And, he was getting out of his relationship. She was getting out of her situation with Sin. And they just been spending a lot of time together. And it's developing into something more. And then we got Chrissy and Chink. All of a sudden, Chink misses Chrissy. So they decide to meet up. And Chrissy, like I said, Chrissy misses him. But this is what I don't understand. What I don't understand is that this man is married and he got issues going on dealing with his family. And I get what she's saying. Her thing is that, if that's cool, if you ain't prepared to give me what I want, i.e. a divorce and a baby, if you love me like you say you do, just let me go so I can be happy with somebody else and I can get everything that I want out of life. And I just thought that was really touching. That's actually one of the most profound things I've ever seen on Love and Hip Hop, heard on Love and Hip Hop. Because I was there for her. I'm like, yeah. And that's saying a lot for me being here for Chrissy, because I was not here for that whole shit about her being off birth control and not telling Chink at first, So anyway, he was like, I got you, but you got to understand it's going to take time. But he was like, I tell you what, you write up a contract, and if I agree to the terms, I'll sign it. He's not saying that he won't give her a baby and he won't get divorced. It's just gonna happen on his terms. But he feel how, he see where she coming from, so he really gonna try his best to move forward so that they can have a future. And I understand that because I don't think Chink is really checking for no other chick. He's one of the few dudes on this show that I don't think there's an ulterior motive when it comes to that situation. Like, I don't think he's married to still fuck his wife or fuck some other bitches. That's just me. So anyway, then we got Judy and Yandy. They meeting up at the park. And, Yandy is asking Judy, her side of the story about her altercation with, Samantha's mother. And basically she said, first they talking about little man DC, they struggling in school, he stutters and all this stuff. And then Samantha had the nerve to be disrespectful, asked me how old I was, and I just popped off. And, Yandy was like, well, we trying to come to an understanding, and it's all about man DC, and I was looking to you to be the, the calmer head in the situation. And, Judy takes it upon herself to turn this around and make this about her and Yandy's situation. I guess they were really close and talked all the time and everything. And now Judy feels that Yandy's loyalty is more towards Kim. And Yandy's like, wait a minute, I'm here to talk about little man DC and how we all need to calm down and be adults and settle this thing for his sake, and you trying to turn this around on me. And she was like, and furthermore, I talk to you every day or every other day. We good. Like, what are you talking about? How am I being more loyal to her? But anyway, I do think that Judy does feel some type of way. I feel like she said, you married into my family, but you seem like you got a closer relationship with her. But people gonna have a relationship who they have a relationship with. If you feel like she should be more loyal and this and that, maybe you should make a more of an effort, for y'all to be cool. Like I said, I don't think y'all not cool, but to tighten up y'all relationship. If that's what it is, it's nothing wrong with you. It's still the olive branch for y'all to be closer. Because like she said, if you're going to keep acting a fool, then you're not going to be a big part of my wedding. And I get what Yandy was saying. Then we got Erica and Amina. Erica goes to visit Amina. And basically, this scene was just basically her telling Amina that she's dating Bow Wow, and how he's different and how she wants to keep their relationship protected, because every time her relationship gets in the blogs, it becomes a mess. Like, her relationships never work out when it become public. So, that's all that was. Then we got Tasha and Cisco. Now, this shit right here. So, Tasha flies to New York to talk to Cisco, because she's feeling some type of way. She's feeling some type of way about how they left things, about how basically he told her that, he was fucking somebody else, while she was pregnant. So she wants to know, look, where were you? When I was delivering our baby, you said you were in LA. So were you in LA fucking that bitch, aka Diamond? And he was like, I wasn't in LA. I was in New York. And I wanted to be like, Cisco, you full of shit. Because if you was just simply in New York and wasn't fucking no other bitches, you would have been right there in Atlanta with her while she gave birth to your child. So you continue to lie and you continue to disgust me. And I'm with her. She like, nigga, let me go. Stop with the bullshit and just let me go. Set me free. But then, on the other hand, I want to be like Tasha. He not going to let you go. It's up to you to set your own self free. You got to learn sometimes to just, and it's easier said than done, but sometimes you got to go through the heartache so that you can come on the other side. It's not easy, but sometimes you got to put that distance in and do it yourself. You can't rely on him to set you free. You got to set your own self free. And, he's still tripping about how he don't want nobody else, no other man to be around his children. And she like, nigga, bye. You doing your thing. I'm going to do mine. Matter of fact, let's set up some boundaries, which means no more sex. And that nigga was like, what? And I'm like, nigga, this is why you ain't shit. Because, number one, you was not honest with her. You even said in the confession you was not honest about what you was doing while she was giving birth. And then, you would still fuck Diamond if she gave you the opportunity. Right now, she just fucking another nigga. So that's what your problem is right now. That's why you're not with Diamond. So get on with that. Cisco really gets on my nerves. He is the weakest link on this show. And then we got Black and Chink. Basically, Black, which is Chink's cousin, they meet up and he's just basically saying, look, I want to move forward with ending my marriage. I want to make Chrissy more of a permanent fixture in my life. And he was just letting his cousin know. And his cousin was like, look, I don't even know her. Like, you've been dating her, but I ain't even known her. I haven't met her or nothing. So that was basically it. He's basically trying to get his family used to the idea that he's about to end his marriage and he's, seeing somebody else. And then Judy and Kim meet up with Yandy at, Yandy is preparing to put out a maternity line. So they first get there, and as soon as Judy see Kim, she looks at Yandy, it's like, this where your loyalty lie. And I'm like, Judy, shut up. Like, why are you making this about you and Yandy's thing? First, let's talk about y'all issue, squash that issue, and then let's focus on Lil Mandisi, okay? Let's do that. Because what you're talking about is real petty right now. Because I think Yandy has done everything to be respectful and cordial and cool with you. So anyway, basically, they sit down and Kim tells her, look, my problem with you is you threw a drink on me. And Judy was like, look, I'm sorry. I was just agitated. Your girl, your daughter, she was saying all this stuff about Lil Mandisi. Then she asked me how old I was, and I just threw the drink out of frustration. I'm sorry. So basically, they squashed it. And side note, Kim still gave her that cleaning bill. Like, we good, but you still gonna pay this cleaning bill for my suit. I was laughing my butt off. She was not playing about her suit. She want that suit clean. Excuse me, y'all. She want that suit clean. You heard? So anyway, then the episode ends with Johnny Blaze. She's in the studio. And she's playing the piano, she's singing, and y'all, she sounds really good. So she's just not a crazy ass stripper. I was surprised. So anyway, Rich walks in there, and he's complimenting her on what he heard so far. And as they're working, Paris, Precious Paris comes in there, and she like, oh, so this is what you've been doing? I've been trying to reach you all day. And Rich was like, well, I'm working. And she like, but you told me I wasn't, you wasn't working with nobody else. I was your only client. And, Johnny is like, look, whatever y'all got going on, this is my session. And, this ain't really my business because y'all take that outside. And she was like, no, this ain't personal. This is business, honey. What you talking about? So anyway, they had words, and next thing you know, they fighting. It's like, for the past 2 episodes, the last scene always ends up in a fight. I'm like, I am too through with y'all. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and love. Mwah.